Hi there, my name is Gerald Brown. I am a plumber and gas fitter. Today we are changing a Polaris hot water tank in a residential application. As you can see, we have the hot water tank here. This is a high efficiency propane tank. The copper line on the left is your propane. It's also feeding a fan coil, as you can see. So this tank is heating both the domestic hot water as well as heating the homeowner's home. And it makes sense because it's 96% efficient. So instead of having a furnace and a hot water tank, why not do both? However, this Polaris is a lemon. It's only a year old and it's leaking out of somewhere in the bottom. So we are changing it out with another Polaris. So the first thing you're going to want to do is kill the power to the unit and turn off the hot water and the cold water if that's applicable. I have a cold water shut off here, and homeowner also has shut off for the hot side here. Okay, so now we've isolated the water feed for this unit. Power is off. I'm going to begin to drain it. Today I'm using my Milwaukee 18-volt transfer pump. It's brand new to the market. Thing works great. It'll drain this tank in about 4 or 5 minutes. It's a 50-gallon tank, so also you want to make sure you shut your gas off too. As you can see, there's gas here, so you want to terminate that as well. And then get the pump hooked up. Okay, so we got the hose hooked up. This homeowner does not have a floor drain in the same room, so we just ran a hose out to the outside, out the back. You can see there. I've opened the valve underneath the tank, and now I'm turning on the pump. You don't want to crush the tank, so you want to introduce air. As you can hear, there's a giant difference in the once the pump starts pumping air, and this relief valve is going to introduce air into the tank. What you can also do is open the valve on the hot side again and open a faucet in the house. That'll also introduce air. Okay, so now we have the hot water tank drained. I've already gone ahead and disconnected the gas. As you can see, it's gone, and the electrical I've disconnected. There is some water pooled in the bottom of the unit, so I'm going to use my Milwaukee 18-volt shop vac. Convert it to water right now. I took the filter out. I'm going to clean that all up, and then I have also dislocated my exhaust because I'm doing a complete re-and-re, so a lot of this stuff's going to stay exactly where it is. Basically I'm going to cut the copper. I've already cut the top copper here to let air in as well, and basically you're going to need 4 couplings and a straight in and out. So let me get it cleaned up here, and then we will go over cutting the copper. Okay, so all the water is tidied up now. This is my inlet. I'm going to use my auto cutters, also by Milwaukee. They'll do up to 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch without changing anything. You just clip it on the pipe, engage it, and then just hold it. That's all there is to it. So there you go. I mean, I'm not sponsored by Milwaukee, but you won't find a more innovative company that's got more products, especially for plumbing. They got all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, I am kind of married to them in that sense, but they're reliable and they have great diversity, so that's why I use Milwaukee. I'm going to cut the 1 inch over here now, and then we will pull this tank right out, and then out with the old, in with the new. Okay, so the old unit is out. I just unpackaged the new replacement unit that was supposed to be identical. They have completely changed, of course, their design. I even have a TV screen or a touch screen now. This is the old one. They've changed the intake, or sorry, the exhaust for some reason, with the big steel elbow with it's got a pressure switch tube on it too, so it can detect the outgoing air. So I'm gonna have to do some adjustments on my current. As you can see, that's the old T that came off. So they've changed it quite a bit, and they've upsized it. I don't know why. It's just the way it goes sometimes. And then I've dressed my nipples for my copper attachments. So I'll put those on and slide this tank into place, and then I'll have to decide how I'm going to vent this. Okay, new tank is in place, couplings are in place. That's for the heating. This is your hot water supply and your hot water, cold water supply. There's my new 3-inch exhaust. There's my original one. I'm going to have to offset it with some 45s and get a chunk of pipe and pipe it down in. So that's why they do it. They make it so we have to run back to the supplier and buy more stuff. I'm sure that's why they change stuff every year. Okay, so gas is reconnected, venting's reconnected. Of course, when I went to get the venting, they only had the expensive kind. So this gray stuff's actually for boilers. It'll work fine for this, it's overrated. All you need is that white 636. This is the gray 636. So it's above and beyond. Anyways, I'm going to turn the switch and see what happens. Alright, we have power. It's doing its pre-purge. This is actually pretty sweet. You can change your settings, your heat, and everything from here. I'm not going to go into that because it's very specific to this brand, but yeah, everything seems to be going the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to sit back and have a hot shower when I'm done. Well, I'm not, but the customer will.